Okay, good afternoon, members. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Laura, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, teacher.
Turinda Isaac, how are you? Esther, are you okay?
Yes, teacher, I'm fine.
Kayla, are you okay? Kayla, are you okay? Okay, okay. This is what we are supposed to look at for today. I pray that you, for a start, you do read all the parts of speech, all the 8 parts of speech. Then after reading through, then we can go into the grammar part of it. But after you knowing or reading through the 8 parts of speech, because as you have realized that for the past few days, I've been dealing with these parts of speech so that I make you understand them better. When we go into the details of grammar, you know what to write and how to write it. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay. So for today we are looking at articles. What is an article? Someone who read through what is an article? Esther? Esther? Shania, what is an article? Shania? Shania, I didn't hear you well. Anyone who knows what an article is? Laura, could you be knowing what an article is? Laura? Hello? Anyone? Okay. An article is an adjective. It is these are words that modify nouns or major nouns. So an article is an adjective that modifies a noun. They are not in the main adjectives like those ones of big, small, short, fat. These articles are separated from the other main adjectives, and we have a limited number of articles. Could someone be knowing how many articles we do have and what are they? Anyone? 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 Members, can you hear me anyway? Hello, can you hear me? Okay. So it is only Laura who is hearing me.
I can also hear you.
Okay. Shalom, can you hear me?
I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm looking for a good view so I swear the camera does not look so bad. Well, maybe I could just draw these curtains for a bit.
Okay. So the question still stands. Could anyone be knowing how many articles we do have and what are they? How many articles do we have?
3 articles.
Who is that? Shalom, what's your name?
Yes?
What is your
Yes,
name, Shalom?
Shalom.
He's not going to play with.
I'm not playing with anything.
Then put it down.
I
I saw
want-
the camera. What are you doing with the camera?
I'm turning on my video. Is that bad?
Put down the camera. You do not move around with mommy laptop like that. Whatever you have to do, do it from here.
Okay. So thank you, Shalom. We do have 3 articles. Esther, which articles are these? Esther. Yes, Laura. Laura.
They are a, and the.
Okay, thank you. It is a, an, and the. Thank you. Those are the 3 articles that we do have. So these articles are divided into 2. One is a definite article and indefinite article. Could we be having anyone who knows what a definite article and what an indefinite article means? Anyone? Okay. Kyle, could you read, please, on my screen? Kyle. Hello, Kyle. Isaac Atrienda, please read.
We use it when we talk about a particular thing or person. Iggy, the boy you are looking for has gone.
Where are you reading?
I beg your pardon.
No, I'm saying you read the immediately after this photo here. Start from these are demonstrative adjectives.
These are demonstrated Demonstrative adjectives and are usually of two kinds. The indefinite articles a and an, and the definite article the. A or an is called indefinite because it does not point out a particular thing, e.g., a teacher, meaning any teacher. And the definite article points out the particular person or thing, the teacher, meaning a particular teacher. Indefinite articles are placed before singular countable nouns, e.g., an egg, a desk. An is placed before a word that begins with a vowel. An umbrella, an orange, an apple, etc. And a is placed before a word that begins with a consonant, e.g., a book, a yard, hall, etc. Words that begin with a consonant but have vowel sound like an, e.g., an hour, an heir, an honest man, etc. Likewise, words that begin with vowels but have consonant sounds that you, take, a, e.g., a European, a Ugandan, a university, a union, a useful piece. The definite article, the.
Please pause there. Thank you. So, in this, Laura,
Yes.
yes, could you please explain what Isaac has just read?
Was he reading about the article the?
Yeah, can you see my screen? Sorry?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, that is what he was explaining. He was explaining, rather reading the three articles. So could you add more light to his reading?
The article a is used with an object as it does not, the letter of that object does not start with a vowel, and an is used with a word which letter starts with a vowel. And there's one to refer, the is used to refer to something which you already know about.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Esther, could you add something there? Esther?
Yes, Miss Teacher.
Could you add something to Laura's explanation, please?
I didn't hear anything. My network was not good.
Oh, okay. Maybe Shalom, did you hear something?
Yes.
Shalom? Okay, could you add a voice to what Laura has explained?
Yes, I can.
Yes, please.
A definite article is like an article used when you are sure about a certain thing, like the car has knocked a cow, so you can be knowing that this is the car that has knocked the cow. And then an indefinite article is an article that is used when you are not sure about a certain thing.
Okay. Thank you. Are you done? Okay, so now what Shalom have explained, it is true that we are told that we have 3 articles, and these articles are demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives, that means they show something, they demonstrate, they exemplify something. So we have a, an, and the. So these 3 articles, they have rules that govern their usage. The first rule is if a noun starts with a vowel letter, which articles do we put? Hello? If a noun starts with a vowel letter, which articles do we put?
An.
An, okay. So that article an is put to a word that to a noun that starts with a vowel letter. For example, you can't say the orange. No, you say an orange. Yeah, are we following?
Yes.
Yes. Then then the other articles, you can put them where the noun starts with a consonant letter. Which articles are those? Which articles are those?
There is a.
Yes. Any other?
And the.
Yes, thank you. And the, they are put on a word that starts with a consonant letter. For example, could you give me a phrase that has an article plus a noun? Makshosh. Makshosh. Rebecca Kiranji.
Yes.
Could you give me a phrase, 2 words, a noun plus an article, and the article, the noun starts with a consonant letter?
Boy.
Boy. When you say boy, there is no article there. Is there an article? I need an article plus a noun.
A boy.
A boy, okay. Keira? Okay, your hand
Me,
is
teacher.
up. Your hand is up.
My name is pronounced Kyle.
Kyle, okay. Sorry.
Yes, and I wanted to say an envelope.
An envelope, thank you. An envelope, there's rather an plus envelope, which starts with a vowel letter, okay? Rebecca, do you have something to say?
No.
Okay. Isaac, give me a sentence that has an article plus a noun.
A car.
A car, okay. Now, this goes to Shalom. Shalom, could you unmute, please? Yes, now Shalom, I have 2 boys. One says a car and the other says the car. Could you make a difference there? What's the difference?
To me, a car
Mm,
is okay. Should I say it's better? Okay, it's more correct than the one who says the car.
So the one who says a car is more correct than the one who says the car. Okay. Kyle, what do you have to say?
I think they're the same. A car and the car, they're the same.
Okay. Laura, do you say something different?
No.
Okay. Isaac, do you think differently?
Actually, yes.
Okay, please.
person-
go on.
The person who says a car,
Mm,
it can mean any car.
okay.
But the person who says the car
Mm,
means one specific car. One
mhm.
specific car.
Okay. Please, could all the members send it to Isaac a high five? Yes, Isaac, that is very correct. Thank you. So when a person says a car, he doesn't specify which car. So it means a car, I'm explaining here the definite and indefinite articles. Indefinite articles, they do not specify. They do not give a particular thing. They just generalize. Yeah. So when you say a car, you have just generalized the whole sentence. But when someone says the car, it means he's giving the exact or a particular car. So he singles out the item that he or she wants to talk about. For example, when you say there is what we call there's a sentence, the boy is good, a boy is good. When you say a boy is good, it is not clear. Or which boy are you talking about? But when you say the boy is good, someone has an idea which boy is being talked about at the back of his or her own mind. Are we together there? So that means we are talking about the definite and indefinite articles. When you look at my screen here, let me see. I'm seeing the definite vis-a-vis indefinite. Definite is something that has an ending, and indefinite is something that doesn't have an ending. So when you say article A and article an are definite indefinite articles, it means they did not specify, they did not give a particular item. But when you say a definite article, it gives, it specifies and singles out a particular item that is being talked about in the sentence. Okay. Okay, Kyle, it is okay. You know, your name is Sogarific. So I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. Okay, we go
It's
on.
okay, teacher.
Okay, please, thank you. We have this. Mark Shosh, could you please read? Mark Shosh,
Yes,
could you please read?
we use it, the definite article there. We use it when we talk about a particular thing or person. E.g., the boy you are looking for has gone. When a singular noun is representative of a whole class, e.g., the rose is the loveliest of all flowers.
Okay.
I'm not saying this word.
Sorry?
I'm not saying the word marked Roman 2.
Are you seeing it now?
No?
Okay, Roman 2 says, man is the only
Fire.
animal that uses fire.
Uh-huh.
Okay, go on now.
Names of places. In brackets, proper nouns. Rivers, lakes, and names of things. This word and Q of their kind. E.g., the sun, the sky, the earth, and the Nile. It is also used when superlative It is also used with superlatives. E.g., the most beautiful, the kindest. It is also used with musical instruments, e.g., the gramophone, the drum, the flute. They are also used with ordinals like the first, the second, e.g., he was the first man to arrive.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Please, Rebecca, could you mute yourself, please? Rebecca, could you
Okay.
mute?
Okay.
Are you Rebecca?
Yes.
Hey, you are using two accounts.
I'm doing what?
You are using two accounts. You're using Mark Shosh and you're using Rebecca Kiranji. Are you logged in into a phone and a computer?
Okay. Sorry, teacher. I
Yeah.
don't know how to fix this. So I'm Rebecca's mama, and let's see.
Okay, maybe when you want to
So when
follow the
we
rest,
first came on, when we first came on, I thought I could start with Mick Shosh, which is my my previous one that I had been using,
yes.
and that was kind of slow. It wasn't opening.
Mm,
So let me try to close Mick Shosh
okay.
and see.
So let those two phones or computers be away from each other because I'm hearing noise and two people are talking at the same time.
Oh,
So when they are far away from each other, at least I can hear one person.
okay. Let's see.
Oh,
Let's see how
thank
I'm
you, please.
gonna.
Okay, Christabel. Christabel?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I wish I'm requesting you to explain what Rebecca has just read. Could you please add more light to that?
Teacher, I wasn't getting him very well, as if he was sounding as if he was like an echo.
Okay, so
So I wasn't getting him well.
is it okay? I give you a minute to please read through this, just this quarter page, then you explain to us what it exactly means. Is it okay?
Okay, teacher, let me try.
Okay, please. You can read aloud so that we can also follow. Kyle, please mute yourself. Kyle, please mute. Teacher Haman, could you help me unmute Kyle, please? Okay, Christabel, please read. Christabel. Okay. Laura. Laura.
Yes.
Could you explain what Marcos Rebecca read?
She explained that we use the article there when we're talking about a particular thing which you already know about.
Okay.
And it's also used for in names of some places like banks, airports,
Okay.
roads, and highways.
Are you done?
Yes.
Is there anyone who would wish to explain, or I go? Anyone else who would wish to explain? Isaac. Isaac?
It's okay, let's move on.
Okay. So here it is said that the definite article there is particular. It talks about a particular thing. It singles out a particular thing. For example, the boy you are looking for has gone. When you say the boy you are looking for, it means that person has been looking for, but there are several boys around. So, but the one that was being looked for is currently not there. So the other boys are around this, but the boy that was being looked for has gone. So it singles out one boy out of the many that are in that place. And two, it says that when a singular noun is a representative of a whole, let's say when you're dealing with superlatives and comparatives. For example, we have here our class is going on senior one English lesson, and I can say that Christabel is the best of all. So when you say is the, so there is explaining, is singling out Christabel out of the many students that are attending the lesson. 3, man is the only animal that uses fire. So we know there are many animals that are on earth, but man is singled out as the only animal that uses fire. So the other is we use a definite article there when we are talking about names of places. These are proper nouns. For example, we have the river. You can't say when you say a river, it is not correct, because that when you say a river, you're not particularly talking about one particular river. You're talking about any river that someone may be knowing. But when you say the river in Uganda, it means you are singling out one river in the pool of many rivers. And the other is when it is also used with the superlative, e.g. the most beautiful, the kindest. That one I had explained. It superlative, it means it is the adjectives. Let's say we have the adjective kind. So when you say kind, that is the adjective, then kind undergoes a change, and it goes to comparative. That means you are comparing two things, and then after you go to superlative, which when you're comparing more than 3 things, so it becomes the kindest. So when you're in superlative, the 3rd degree mean the kindest. So it means they is used with adjectives in a superlative form. That's why when you look at this sentence here, the loveliest is in a superlative. It is not in comparative, neither is it just a mere adjective, but it has gone to superlative. And the second last is it is also used with musical instruments like the gramophone, the drum, the flute, and the rest. And finally, they're also used with ordinals like the first, the second, e.g. the first. He was the most late person. Okay, he was an absentee, so it deals with the ordinals. Ordinals deals with the number, positions, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and until the last. So I urge you members to go back to the site, go through this unit, the articles, click on this. You see there is a link here. Click on that link, watch that video, and also watch the video at the end, this one, so that you get more information about the articles. And please do the activity or the assignment they are attached, so that as you do more activities and assignments, the more used you get to the unit. And with that, I can now entertain questions or inquiries. Is there anyone with questions? Anybody? Okay, any challenge? Any challenge, please?
Excuse
Okay.
me, teacher.
Yes, Isaac?
When you're writing like a sentence,
Mm.
like, can you put in more than one article?
In a sentence, could you give an example?
No, it was just a question. I can't give an example.
It is very rare. For example, when you say the boy is very sick, there is only one article there. Let's say I like I want to get an orange. There is one article, an. So in sentences, they usually there are always one article, except if the sentence is a compound complex one. I don't know whether you know what a compound complex sentence is. We have compound sentences, we have types of sentences, and there are four. We have a simple sentence, we have a compound sentence, we have a complex sentence, and a compound complex sentence. So a compound complex sentence, it is like, it can even take up to 4 lines. That is a compound complex. Then a complex sentence is also long, and a compound sentence, it is not long. It only uses one conjunction. We are going to talk about those types of sentences and the types of the conjunctions that are used in those different types of sentences. So especially when at this level, if we deal with simple sentences and the compound sentences, it is rare to find 2 articles in simple sentences. Then in compound, let's say we have Peter went to the market and bought matoke. I went to school. I went to the school, but I did not see any teacher. You at the end you find this. You put one article. However much it is a compound sentence. You see, like here we have one sentence here, an example of sentence. It is we use it when we talk about a particular thing. Just one article in a sentence. So I don't know, unless in compound complex sentences, maybe you can put more than one article, but in these other types of sentences, it is one article that appears. Any other?
What if one says that, like, John is sick and they have bought for him an orange?
Okay, John is sick and they have bought for him an orange. There is one article, and did you see any other article there?
Now I want to change it and say the boy was sick and they bought for him an orange.
Okay, the boy was sick and they bought for him an orange. So there is a definite article and an indefinite article. Definite article there and an indefinite article and. So when you put a definite article there plus a noun, it means you are specifying. So there is an option of putting the name of that person. That's why you first gave me a particular name of that boy. Who is John? Is it? So you gave me the name of the boy as being John, And now in the second sentence, you say the boy. So which boy are we talking about here? That is John. Yeah. Have you got it, Isaac?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Any other question? Okay. Shalom, could you be having a question? Laura, do you have any question? So since there is no any other, and since there is no any other question, I beg to stop from here.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, have a nice afternoon, please.